Hey, book babes. Welcome to Two Girls, One TBR. I'm Rebecca. I'm deep in my villain era, and you can find me at Azrella Reads on Instagram.
And I'm Heather, your chaotic co host that is always looking for a new enemy to fall in love with. My Instagram is at Kindle Me Reading.
We are your chaotic book besties here to wreck your reading list, one mostly devastating story at a time.
And this week's episode is the one where a book changed our standard.
Now, if you all have been listening to our prior episodes, those have all been with Chelsea. This time we are with Heather, and I want you all to get to know Heather, just like you got to know myself and you got to know Chelsea. So here's some info about Heather. So what is your gateway book?
I was that person that had read Harry Potter, Twilight, took my sabbatical from reading and found Akatar, and then I found Bookstagram. So Akatar, Fourth Wing, I remember like back to back reading that, Tog, and then now I have a gigantic TBR.
How many do you think is on your TBR list right now?
Well, last time I looked, after I deleted a few, I think I was up in the 80s or 90s. And that's not bad.
That's not bad because I told you mine's at 300.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, I thought mine was bad.
I keep adding, but I do a very curated list. Just because I have them on my TBR list, I wait and I see after people have read them for a while, see reviews of them and stuff, that if I start seeing that they're kind of, going downhill, then I remove them.
I do.
But
I'd remove them too.
But I do have a very, very curated, but I don't do arcs. I don't do anything like that. I read when I know that they're a good book.
Yeah. I agree. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that one's still not very good. Let me delete that. So I did recently go through and
But you have to. You have to.
There's just so many. And then I find that, like, this book, everyone's been talking about this for the last year. Let me go and read that. And then I read it and I try to go to Goodreads. And I'm like, why didn't it say currently reading? And I hadn't even put it on my list at all. So then I'm like, great. Like, I'm not even taking anything off my TBR now.
I've been trying to, I don't always necessarily have what I'm currently reading on Goodreads, but I do always put my reviews after I am done.
Yeah.
Over there.
I do.
So that I don't get confused. Because I put my reviews at Goodreads and I do them on my Instagram. And now since I started a TikTok page, I've been trying to, whatever I'm doing from this way forward or whatever, how you want to put it, I'm adding those ones. I'm not trying to move everything from Instagram over there. I'm just from this point on.
It doesn't work the same. So you have to kind of do things differently there than you would IG.
Myself personally, I like Instagram more. I
do too. It's more personable to me.
I agree.
And it's easier to swipe and read, and
I think
pictures are nicer.
Well, at least from my experience on TikTok so far, I have noticed there seems to be more bots or fake people kind of thing. And I get wrote quite often, and it's really weird stuff and real strange, I'm going to put air quotes, strange men that write and say things.
Yes. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hey, I had Jason Momoa write me, thank you. He's like, this is my secret account. Oh, they're so dumb. Anybody that falls for these kind of things I'm like, what is going on? What is...
Yeah.
But, yes, but I don't get that on Instagram. But on TikTok, I have. It's just weird. But now, what is your favorite types of books? What is your genre that you love?
Mainly fantasy, all kinds of fantasy. Thrillers are another one. I love that, like, mystery element. And then romantic suspense. I don't do romance. It's very rare if I do read a romance book. The last one I read, I think, was like Chestnut Springs because it's the big romance. Elise Silver. You're like, I don't know.
Nope, I do know Chelsea she was reading some of her
She
books.
is our romance girl.
Now, myself, and I like dark fantasy, dark romance, and I like romantasy. And again, it has to be spicy. Now, do you require it to be spicy, or can you just do the close the door kind of thing?
I could do both. It really doesn't bother me, but I think my favorite part of any romance book is just the lead up to it.
You like the slow burn.
You have to have that pining, that like mutual pining, and then like, I hate you, but I get this like fuzzy feeling when I look at you. So those are my favorite parts where you're like,
yes.
tell each other.
I love like a slow burn, and my favorite is enemies to lovers. I like it when they do
Yes,
not like
favorite.
each other, and then it goes, I can't have a cinnamon roll man either. I like a morally gray. I like a broody
Yeah.
man. I don't need that
I
cinnamon
like the
roll.
grouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the grouches and they don't need to turn into sunshine. It's just like they become butter in her hand later. Like that's
And now
fun.
every book that I've read, because I'm in my villain era, every one of them, they are villains. But if you've read the Plated Prisoner series,
Oh, yeah.
okay, so you know how,
That's one too, where
yeah,
he's like,
oh yeah, because he will
he
burn
is the
the
way he
world for
is.
her. But when he
Yes.
says to her, he said, "I'll be the villain for you, but not to you." And so
Yeah.
that's like I
Yes.
love him. I
And
love
he
him so
does.
much.
And the fact that he does
Oh yeah.
is the awesome part about that book
Oh
or
yeah.
that series.
Oh yeah.
Is he's not like just saying it because he,
He
is
thinks
this
that'll
character in the book that's supposed to be like,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
and he's
I'm
not
this
saying
big
it because he thinks
man villain.
that'll just get her or whatever. Oh, no.
Right.
No,
Yeah. It's not
he is
endearing. It's like
Oh,
true.
yeah.
And he's going to do it. And he
Oh,
does.
yeah. Oh, I
And
love
you're
him.
like,
That's one of my
yeah,
that's one of my
slay.
God tier series. Now, what
Yeah.
is a red flag and what is a green flag for you when you are reading stories? What is for you?
Oh, I think when you're in okay, so when you're finally getting that enemies to lovers, that scene, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to happen.
Yes.
They're going to kiss and make up and undying love for each other, right?
Yes.
And then they always like snap it closed and they're like, nope, we're going to fight some more. We're going to hate each other some more. And those are kind of red flags for me,
You
I
don't
would
like
say.
to be jerked around in that kind of
Not
way.
too much, like very subtle. Like if it's the beginning of the book, I get it. But if we're like 85% in and we still haven't done anything, like, come on.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. I
Yeah.
agree.
And so like, have you ever heard of Penn Cole's The Everflame series?
I have that on my TBR list.
It is deliciously slow burn, but it is slow burn. And I love that series. I really do. And I always recommend it to people. But if you're a spice person, you're going to be jerked around a lot and you're going to be so mad.
No.
And you're just like, come on, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
That's hilarious.
It
So
just doesn't.
but no,
I
I
don't know if
have
that's a
that,
spoiler or not, but
but I have that on my TBR list. Now, see me,
it's so
now
good.
I love a slow burn. I like
Hmm.
I like it doesn't have to have things don't have to happen within the first chapter or the first few chapters. I like a nice slow burn, a build up of it because, like I told you, I like an enemies to lovers kind of thing. I don't need it immediately, but I need that build up. But yeah,
Yeah.
but if I'm getting that build up, it has to get somewhere. So I understand exactly what you're saying, and I don't think I would be happy with that
Yeah.
either.
I think it makes that scene feel more like fire than just like an act. Like some
Yes,
people write spice and it's like cool. Like
yes.
I know how this works. You didn't need to explain it like that to me.
I know
Like,
what you're
where's the
saying.
passion?
Yes.
Like, where is this like internal dialogue that tells me,
Well, there's a
how they're
difference.
feeling and why we're doing this and getting this way and what you see, she sees and feels like,
Well, there's
yeah.
a difference between a book that just has spicy stuff in it that just is that, or there's a beautifully written story that has spice in it. You
Yes,
know what I mean? And
that's my thing.
yes, I like a beautifully written story, but it has to have my
Yes.
spice.
Yes. I don't, like I said, like I don't mind spice, but if it does, it's got to make sense. It's got to like flow. It can't just be like a scene here
Yes.
and then they talk about something and go to training and then there's another big scene here. It gets redundant. And
Now, I have a
I'm not a
series.
spicy person like that. I don't know if you like the spice like consecutively. I
Well, I
rather
like
have one
this.
good
Well,
scene.
I wanted to make sense of why they're having spicy time.
Yeah.
It can't be just like, and they locked eyes, and then that was it,
And
and then they
yeah.
went back to hating each other, and then they locked eyes. No, 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 I don't need that. I want it has to have a build up to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
not in the beginning of the book, but I have a series that it's not necessarily spice. It has nothing to do with that. It's just how the story was written, and I don't like how it was written, and it just made no sense to me. So it has to make sense. Even spice has to make sense, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
So what is your green flag? So that's obviously your red flag. What's your green flag?
Yeah. I love the broody banter,
Yes.
the teasing, where they like come up with like teasing names for each other. Like I'm reading Enigma right now and he calls her Asp and I'm like, what the fuck is Asp? But it becomes this thing and she like gets so upset about it. And then it connects, like then he's like, I saw you at this time a long time ago. You were wearing this necklace. And she's like, that's why you call me Asp? And I'm like, like
Well, that's like
so.
that's like in Quicksilver, and he calls her Osha. Isn't it Osha?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that the word?
Because of the butter?
Yeah, the butterflies
It's
and
been a
stuff.
while, right?
And he's so darn
Yeah.
broody. And such a dirty, filthy mouth. I do enjoy a dirty, filthy mouth from the MMCs. Again, no cinnamon rolls for me. I don't need any
Yeah.
that's just all sweet and honey.
Yeah.
No.
Like I like the ones that are like, shut up, get over here,
Oh yeah.
like stop complaining.
Oh yeah.
You're in the middle of a romantasy here. Like you're all gonna have to fight eventually. Like,
Oh yeah.
magic or not.
Oh yeah.
We're in the not Roman times, but we're in the medieval times.
Oh yeah.
We have swords.
Again, I'm in my villain era. So
Yeah.
yeah, so again.
So banter, broody,
So that's your green flag.
grouchy, gravelly.
Well then,
I don't
since
know about growling. Growling's kind of an odd one, but
they do that every now and
if it's done well, I'll do it. It's fine.
Well, now, how about your spice scale? Now, because obviously you must enjoy some spice, but do you like the open door? Do you like the door closed? Or do you take in the whole spectrum of the spice?
I would say the whole spectrum. Like I was just reading a YA the other day, as an arc, and it's an awesome mystery magical academy. It reminds me a lot of like Charmed,
Mhm.
but no spice. And like she likes this guy, and there's like that cutesy, like, oh, cute young love kind of stuff. And that's cute to me too. But then I go and read like Lights Out, and it's like stalker mask kinks, and the other one, Caught Up, I think, is her
No.
second one that came out.
See, I haven't read those either.
And
I
yeah.
think I have
And
Lights
that
Out
book is
on
like
my
about a sex
TBR.
club and how she works as a sex worker and things like that. And I'm like, cool, this is really interesting. Like, all right.
So, like, if there's a so it never matters to you how many chili peppers to you. See me?
No.
I have to have at least 3 chili peppers.
Okay.
That's me. Yeah. Because if you look at
I
my
think
little
that,
spice scale, because everybody's spice scale
yeah,
is a little
3 or up.
different. I have mine, I made mine, and 3 and up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a full on 5 chili pepper, but I believe that will be if I get an opportunity to read The Kiss of the Basilisk.
Oh my God.
Because
I've heard of that one. I have not read that.
I believe that in my world, it'll be considered a 5 chili pepper moment. Because that one's quite interesting from what I've been told.
Enigma, I would say maybe Enigma is kind of up there with spice. Just the way it's not vanilla. Like it's up there.
Did you read The Legends of Thesmar?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, I consider that a 4 chili pepper because it's a
Some of the
lot.
books I can see that.
It's a lot. Now it's not that it's
especially book 2.
It's not like it's every 2 seconds or whatever, but when there are the moments in the books, there are
and they're
4
like wild scenes where they're all over the place and
so that's why
in different areas.
That's why I consider that.
So that's like an up there spice. Yeah.
I don't consider it like that. Or the other series or the duet that I have not read yet is the Feathers. Is it Feathers So Vicious? It's the one with the ravens. The guys, they're the raven shifters. And
I had not heard of this. What is
well,
this?
I'll have to send you the link on that one. But it's a duet. Okay. And it's
TBR.
It's TBR. It's on there, but it's I think it's Feathers So Vicious. It's not.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about?
In my head. Yes.
But it's the 2 guys and they turn into ravens or something with it, and I don't know. I only got bits and pieces from what I've seen on Bookstagram and stuff like that. What people said, because I listen a little bit to it. I listened to the non-spoiler ones, and it intrigued me, so I added it to my list. But that's a completed duet. So now, what is a fun fact about you?
There's a lot. I'm a very active person. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, and I was a world champion.
I did not know
inspiring.
this about
Yeah,
you. Well, that's quite
that was when I
fancy.
was 12 years old. I'm a lot older now.
Can you still do the same moves? Do you think you can
You
still do
know,
it?
I'm still pretty flexible. I could probably do most of it. My kicks probably wouldn't be as high, but I'm
I'm
still pretty
impressed with you
flexible. Thank you.
because I know I couldn't get my leg up like that now. So I'm quite impressed. Well, I know who
Like
to
I said,
take
I'm an
with me
active
into
person.
battle. I know who to take with me if I go
Yeah.
to battle.
Yes.
I'll take
And
you.
I can swing a punch,
Well, there.
at least.
See?
I don't know about a sword. These shoulders haven't seen much action lately. I'd be like shaky. Like,
What was your last book hangover?
ooh, okay. I have LJ Andrews' newest book, The Broken Souls and Bones.
That's on my TBR.
That that one. I was like, oh my gosh, hold on. I need to like stare at the wall, process, right? And then I didn't want to read anything else after. I was like, I really wish I waited for this to be a completed series. Oh crap.
Is that's her new series? Because she did. What was her other
These
series that
guys.
she had that she did?
The Ever Queen
Okay,
and the Ever King
okay.
and
So
then the
she
Thief.
and
And then
then
she has more, but they're not quite standalone, but they're like different couples from now on. So like the Evers were the Liv and Bloodsinger. And then this guy, I haven't read this one yet, but it's a different couple.
okay.
So that's how it's going to continue from now on. So the first two are the same couple,
Interesting. See,
just
I
different
have all her books.
people.
They're all on my TBR. I do have plans to read them.
Yes,
I
I
just
love
haven't
her.
made it that far yet because I have 300 books
It's
on my
good
list.
stuff. And she does spice really
Oh,
well.
see,
So,
see, I'll
yeah.
do just fine. I'll do just fine.
You'll like the Evers for sure.
Now,
The Broken Bones, another one where it was like a pining enemies to
now
lovers.
I
So
do
good.
like I seen that when it came out and I immediately put it on my list because I knew so
Yeah.
many people had read her other books and stuff and everybody I never seen anything like people are like saying, "Oh, don't read her," but everybody seems to love it. So that's why I
Yeah.
have her on my list. Now, who is an auto buy author that anything this author puts out, you will automatically go and buy?
Usually, well, now I have a lot of indie authors that I auto buy. So like LJ Andrews. Usually like thrillers, I'll do like Lucy Foley. I like a lot of her books. Danielle Jensen. Who is that?
Oh, is she the one that did
Yeah,
the Viking?
Jensen is a good one. Yeah, she does A Fate Inked in Blood, and Rebecca Ross, Catherine Whiteheart. She's my other indie girl. She's out here in North Carolina. I really love her. She writes some good dark romantasy with awesome spice. And this one, The Rise of the Darkest Flame, is a really good second chance romance.
Is
Like
that
I've never read anything
is that
like
a
that.
series or a standalone?
It is a series, and she's not done yet.
Oh,
But
interesting.
book 3 is coming out soon.
Interesting. You'll have to send me that. Send that to me
Sure.
so I can add it to my never-ending TBR list.
Yes, of course. And they're out on if you do audiobooks.
I always do.
She just got an audio
I always like to
deal.
have my book in my hand.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're physical.
I'm a physical booker. Now, at some point, again, as I have to reiterate my husband's words, he said, sooner or later, you're going to run out of room. So when I do run out of room on my bookcase and stuff, then I'm going to go just to Kindle. Then I'll do that. But I'll read it
Okay.
on my big giant tablet. I don't have to buy a Kindle. I have my Samsung
Yeah, you can
giant
use the
tablet
app.
because
Yeah.
I have bought books that way before. I actually read the first two Harry Potters that way.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I haven't read it. I think I only did the first two, and I may have started the third, and then I got to reading this kind of stuff, and I never
Yeah.
went back.
And then you're like, YA stuff. This isn't
Yeah,
what I
I
want.
don't. As I
Yeah,
told you,
but
I
Harry
don't read
Potter,
any YA, but I did read that
yeah.
because it was cute. Okay, now what is a trope that you hate, and what is a trend that you don't like that's happening right now?
About a trend, but I cannot stand a miscommunication trope. Like where they're like both their dialogues inside their head, and the answer, and the response that each of them would have if they just freaking said something.
Chelsea said
Hate
that
that
too.
one.
Chelsea doesn't like that either.
It's like,
Now, what are you currently?
just say something.
Now, what are you currently reading right now?
Enigma
Oh, that's right. You said
by
Enigma.
Runix. Yep. And I'm liking it a lot. And it's it's an academia book, but not. Like, it's not like,
I
oh,
do
we're
have
going to
that on my
class and learning
list.
this.
That's another one that's
Yeah.
on. Now, myself, I am in the Eating Woods trilogy, but the third, of course, hasn't out yet. But book 2 came out. I am reading Eldridge.
Did you buy it?
But I
It's not
had
out
to,
on audio yet. I wanted to listen to it.
it's a thick one too, because
Yeah.
I always say anathema, but it's anathema. I know
Anathema.
I mispronounce everything, so people know this by
I
now.
do too. I'm so bad at names.
But I would always say anathema, but I hear the majority of people say anathema, so I'm assuming it's anathema. So if I say anathema, just go with it. You know what I'm
I
saying.
think I called it anathema but I listened to it,
You
so
might have
I
heard it
should
right.
know how it's said.
But no,
I'm bad with names, and I listened to it.
but you know, it's a thick one. It's a
Hmm.
thick one, but and this one's a thick one too. But I pre-ordered or you couldn't pre-order it. But as soon as the book was available, I ordered it. So I was like almost like a week after people started it. I got it like on that Monday after. But it's very good. I've only been able to read so many chapters in because I've been so busy this past week. But it's good. But for me, auto by author, anything that Carrie Lake does,
Mm,
I absolutely love
she's a good
everything
one.
she does. Now, but I'm only speaking of the 3 books that I have read of hers. I've read Anathema. Now I'm reading Elbridge. I did read Nocticadia. That is absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. And
The
then
way you talk about Dr. Death, I'm intrigued. I
Dr.
want to
Jeff.
read that one.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. It's a dark romance. It's very dark,
Yeah.
and there's worms. And it's good. Then I have also her duology that she did. It's Nightshade and Infernium. I have those.
I've seen
I
those.
have
Yeah.
Master of Salt and Bones, and I have the Isle of Sin and Shadows. I have all of those books.
Okay.
The only ones that I do not have of hers, I believe it's something with Juniper, and I think it might be a trilogy. And I don't own those ones yet, but I do have everything else that she's done, or at least that's on Amazon.
Nice.
But that's what I'm reading currently, Eldridge. It's very good. I love Gothic. I like Gothic
I enjoy a
decor.
little dark.
I like Gothic decor. I like darkness, that kind of stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it kind of fits my vibe. So let's see here. Now, and then of course, you and I did not know each other until we met each other on Bookstagram,
Yeah.
just like Chelsea and I.
I met a lot of friends here or there on Instagram.
I did. I have met some very sweet people. We have our own little Bookstagram group on Instagram, and all the ladies that are in the group with me, you all are just super sweet.
Yeah, I love everyone there. That's one where like you just go to talk about stuff. It's not an engagement group where you're like, oh, I have to go on here and engage with posts and stuff. It's like, no, like we're friends
It's very
supporting each other.
It's very weird to me that people have these engagement groups. You are not allowed to talk about
Chat.
anything. You are not. It's just very strange to me.
Yeah.
I wanted, that's why I made the little group, because I wanted to have like a little community, you know?
Yeah.
We talk about our lives, about our kids, what we're reading, you know, or what we're baking, what we're cooking. We talk about everything. And it's just very strange to me when people impose all these weird rules. I don't understand. I won't join anything like that.
Yeah. I've started deleting a lot of them because I'm like, there's no one genuine
Hmm.
here. And then sometimes when they do comment on your stuff, it's like very vague and it feels like they're just doing it because they have to.
Yes,
Not like, oh, I'm really interested in this post and you did a great job and I enjoyed your review. Or let me be a little negative and say, I think this. No one ever like contradicts you. There's no back and forth about reviews. Like we all don't like the same thing.
now, again, I don't do arcs. Like I've told you, I
Hmm.
don't do that. I give everybody who does them, like you included, all the credit in the entire world to do it. I myself, I don't want to do it. But in a lot of those different groups, they are very, very strict and very weird with stuff. Like some of them, like they post what arcs are available. You can't make any comment in the chat. You can't say, "Oh, I've read that," or anything. It's just that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people. It's very.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not like that. I can't. I'm at the age that I am that
I
I
know.
don't need that in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I just want
Just
to, and
here
that's,
for fun,
yeah, I'm there for
not a
fun. I'm there for
business.
community, you know.
Yeah.
We've had some people in the group. Everybody I've added have always been wonderful people. We
Hmm.
did add the one girl. She came in and said she wanted to be part of the group, and she was there for like maybe like a half hour, and then she left. I guess we were not her kind of people
That's fine.
because we don't
See
we
ya.
don't clutch pearls in our group.
Yeah.
We say whatever we want. We swear. We don't care. We're not those kind of people. We don't clutch pearls, and I think that might rub people the wrong way.
Yeah.
That could be. Maybe they like to be more fake with each other. I don't know. I don't know. I said it. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't feel that when we're all talking, I don't feel that we're like fake kind of people.
No.
We have
We'll joke
discussions.
with each
We
other.
joke.
Like if you've said something in the past where we're all like, what the heck are you saying? And we'll bring it back up.
Oh yeah.
We'll make fun of you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it.
We're saying something really strange, but in good fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, and like I said, we all get along. So now we're going to move on from our exciting conversation there.
Yes. Okay.
But now let's see
To the
here.
good stuff.
We are going to go into our actual episode today, the book that changed everything for us.
40 minutes later.
This is what we do. We go off on tangents.
Hey, we're just talking books.
We're talking books.
We just have a topic we haven't gotten to yet.
We like to talk, and then, people enjoy us. We're wonderful people. We have wonderful conversations. But now, for me, this is me, because I'd said it because I'm on book 2 right now, but the book that changed everything for me was Anathema by Carrie Lake. Myself, when I got back into reading, which was last fall, so it's been a year that I've been back into reading, I started with ACOTAR, and I absolutely love ACOTAR. I mean, if you haven't read it, A Court of Thorns and Roses, it's wonderful. I love it. And actually, if you are listening to our podcast area, as you know, Chelsea and I are doing our deep dive into ACOTAR in our interesting mini series we have going on. But this one here, I read this in February, and this one here I consider a 6-star series. It seeped into my bones. I absolutely love it. I love Zavander. I love Maeve. Maeve? Is that how we pronounce her name? That's how I pronounce it in my head.
Say it again.
Maeve? Maeve. It's Maevth. Maeve.
Maeve.
Maeve? I don't pronounce that in my head.
Yeah.
When I'm reading it, that's not how I pronounce it.
That's okay. I listened to it, so I remember that.
But
hey, I remembered a name.
See, it's positive.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just loved. I mean, the moment that hit the hardest for me in that series was the moment when he sees her and she's sleeping, because he was going there because he had to kind of unalive her, is what he was supposed to do. Because remember, he had to and he couldn't do it, and it was just like, and that ruined me right there. I was like, oh, even though he's so dark, Zavander, that broody, that I love him.
But he like looks upon her, and all of a sudden
he's enamored
melted
by her.
butter.
Oh yeah, he's enamored by her. But yet he just doesn't know what he's feeling. He doesn't know why he's feeling it, any of that kind of stuff. But that series, it's an enemies to lovers kind of thing. Forced proximity, and then it's a slow burn romance. Because when you read Anathema, there's 2 scenes that are, and it's so good, and it's so good. But I love it too because it's it's that gothic world building in there.
Yes.
Carrie Lake, she writes deep, rich settings that and you feel like it's a character all on its own.
Yeah.
The worlds that she creates, and I love it because I've felt it in Anathema. I am feeling it in Eldritch, but in Nocticadia, you get that same kind of feel. So she's kind of made a new standard for me. So books have to be beautifully written for me now. It has to be emotionally layered. It can't be surface level. It can't be a surface level.
Yeah.
At least for me, everything I've read, I don't feel any of them are surface level, except this one book that I do not like. But we get into it when it's the ripple effect, and I'll tell about it. So now, how about for you? What book changed everything for you?
Okay, I got Adelslinger. When we were talking about this episode, I was like, this book, oh my gosh, and you talk about like emotional layering, this has that, but also like those, I don't want to spoil anything. So there's parts of it where you think this is happening. So I guess like the narrator kind of, what is that called? When you like believe what they're saying at the whole time, but it changes and
Uh,
it just kind of intermixes and you're like, wait a minute, but I thought this is how they felt, or this is what they have been doing this whole time. But there's like those little pieces that are very subtly put into the book as you're reading it, and you don't grasp it until it's time. And you're like, oh
okay,
shit,
so all like the
they
different
just said
little
something about
there's
that's what that meant. That's what
oh,
this
okay, so
was.
all the little
Yes. Like,
building
so those
blocks.
like layer. Yes. I love that. So this book does that for
See,
me.
that's on my
And there's a
TBR.
couple other ones I've read that are like that. But those are my standard now. Like once you read something like that, you can't go back. It's hard. It's hard. That's like a hangover book, really. That one too.
See,
Like
this is
you just
why
can't
when I
move
I
on.
have a curated list of books that I read. I go through and I see truly like how it's doing on Goodreads. If it goes anything below like a 3.8 or anything
Mm,
typically below that, I won't read it. I
yeah.
stick above it. And it's such a small percentage of it, but it hasn't done me wrong yet by what I'm doing. But I understand 100% what you're saying. But that book is on my TBR. But I know is it Light Wielder or Light Welder or something like that? Light
Yes.
Wielder,
That's
maybe?
the next one coming
I
out.
think that's what the name of it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope it's coming soon.
Eve, I think it's next year, maybe the
But,
beginning of next year. I'd have to
they
look.
have an excerpt at the end of the Kindle Unlimited and the audio of the first chapter of the next book, and it does not start where it ended. So I couldn't read it all the way through, otherwise I was going to get mad.
Oh,
So I need to
interesting.
know, like, why, oh my
Now,
gosh, when authors do that,
now,
there's like that gap between the books, and you're like, wait, okay, there's 5 years later. What happened? Where are we?
now,
Give it to me.
let me ask you this here with when you're reading books, do you prefer standalones or do you prefer a series?
I'm a serious person. And that's how I found ACOTAR thing, because I was desperately looking for that series. Like Harry Potter was my gig, when I was little. Twilight was kind of my college gig. And then I was like, gosh, I need something really good, like
Yeah.
really good again. Everyone was talking about ACOTAR. And I was like, all right, I'll get it on my Kindle, the group deal of I bought all the books at once because I was like, this is what I'm going to read.
Yeah.
And I was flying through those. And I was like, yes, finally. And then I was like, what else is like this? Because this is what I've been looking for. Yes, I love the world. If you have a good world,
Yes.
I love a series of that world, because then you never leave.
Oh,
And
I
you
agree
just
100% with you there.
love your characters every book. It's
Now,
awesome.
now myself personally, I am a series girl. I like a series, but now this is the only thing. Now, I love Nocticadia. I love it. I wish it was a series because
Yes.
I could have stayed in this world and seen what
Yeah.
now she does have a like bonus chapters like in a little mini novella. It's kind of like 5 chapters. If you
Yeah.
sign up with her newsletter, you can read it. I mean, it was good, but I could see so much potential if she ever decided that she
I
wanted to go and dip back in that world, and I would definitely buy it
Yeah.
immediately.
There's a lot of books like that. Love the book. And it's like, "Ugh, why can't we have more of this world, these
Well,
characters?"
I'm even sad, like in the ones where it's multi-books and the series has ended, like the Plated Prisoner series. Now, but this is the thing about it. Now, it is a 6-book completed series, but
Hmm.
she did say, Raven Kennedy, she did say that she is going to write a spin-off with the brother that's in I don't want to tell anybody anything if you haven't read the series yet, but
Yeah.
there is a brother and that she's going to do a book for him. So I don't know if that'll turn into a
Interesting.
series, but there will be at least another
Yeah.
book. But I hope it does
Right.
because he was delicious as well. I liked
Hmm.
him. I have I but again, if you want and if you love a male main character that has an absolute dirty mouth, that's absolutely wonderful. Read the Plated Prisoner series.
Yeah.
You will
That was a
understand.
really, and the first book is odd. Like I almost DNF'd the first book,
Well, the
but
first
then
book
the
is
ending picked up.
First book is a world building. You have to have all of that
Yeah.
to understand what is going on to get to the point where book 2 picks
Mhm.
up.
Yeah. It is a lot of introduction.
Because she had to lay the foundation down of what's
Yeah.
going on, because otherwise it would be confusing.
Yeah.
So, but I have seen people say that. Now, for me, when I read it, I enjoyed the first book because I didn't really understand. I went into that series completely blind. The only part that I
Yeah, me
knew
too.
was that it was a King Midas retelling. That was the only part that I knew about it.
Oh, I think I read that in the little blurb, but I think what got me was her and her ribbons. And I was like, what is this? Like, am I reading a monster book or something? Like, it just kind of threw me because everyone else is normal. And you learn as you continue the
Yes,
series what all that means.
yes.
But at first I was like, this is just so strange. And then, like, why is she in this cage?
It's very, because, well, because when you first read the first book and you don't understand 100% what's going on, it's either in your mind you're thinking, is she in the cage because, he's trying to protect her? Or is he
Hmm.
trying
Like
to,
you said.
or is he trying to keep her as a pet kind of thing because of what
Hmm.
she,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah. Midas
yeah.
really upsets me. He's a little
Midas
narcissist.
Midas is a dick. He's a dick. In ACOTAR, Tamlin's a dick. Chelsea says she could save him. I still go with that he's
No,
a dick. She could save, she swears by it. She could save him. But in my mind, he's still a
too old
dick.
for that.
That is where her and I beg to differ, but I always tell her he's a dick. But, and she's like, you're speaking right to my soul, she says to me when I tell her that. But no, but this is like for anybody we're talking about. This is Guild. This is the first book of the Plated
Hmm.
Prisoner series. So if you're on YouTube and you are watching us, yeah, you can see it. But there's that one. Now I got back, like I told you, I was reading ACOTAR, and I got it actually recommended because I was playing Diablo Immortal online, and I asked out into the nether regions, or whatever you want to call it, out in chat in the world, and I asked, does anybody have any good fairy smut? That was my question, and I had people answer me back, and that was what I got recommended. I got that recommended to me, and once I started that, then I got on Instagram, because I was already on Instagram on my personal account,
Hmm.
and then I noticed there's a Bookstagram world. And so I started that, and I found that one girl, and that, I think it's that girl that reads, something like that, whatever her name is. I can see her in my mind.
I don't know her real name though,
I can't think of it right
but
now.
she's in Cary, North
Yeah, she's in
Carolina.
North Carolina.
That girl
She
reads.
does, I love all her lists and stuff. And I started
Yeah.
listening to her and seeing what she was recommending. And so I started, and then that's what got me to read. I started with Laura Thalassa. I don't know if you've ever read anything from her.
I have not. That is on my TBR.
This is Rhapsodic. That's how I pronounce it. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's a 4-book completed series. I believe technically it's 3 books with a novella is book 3, but it's a little thinner than these ones. I mean, they're not bad, but that's some fairy smut. It's good. And then she also did the Bewitched series.
Oh, I've seen that.
There's
You just read that.
Bewitched, Bespelled, and then there's a prequel that
Okay.
is The Curse That Binds. Now,
Okay.
read
I've
now.
heard of that.
Now, in my opinion, read Bewitched, read Bespelled, then read the prequel. Don't read the prequel first,
Okay.
because things that are happening in these books, it has to do with the prequel, but she doesn't know these things are happening in this book, or
Hmm.
that kind of stuff, and she hasn't accepted that kind of things. But when you read the prequel, even though you know what's going to happen because of based off of these 2 books, you know what the end game is at the end of the prequel, and it still got me and made me cry. And I knew what was happening. I
Yeah.
knew it. I was prepared for it. And it still got me. But I love anything Laura Thalassa writes. I love. I also have the 4 Horsemen that she's wrote.
Okay.
And I've read 2 of the 4 Horsemen so far. I've read Pestilence and War. Those are the
I've
2.
seen those.
They're
Yeah,
very
I see
good too.
those
But
Kindle.
they're standalone in a way, I guess I would say. You have to read them in order, because, like, I read Pestilence first, then I read War, but there's mention of Pestilence in War. So if you hadn't read Pestilence, it would have given you a little spoiler. So you want to read it in order. But
Okay.
I use them, I keep them as, like, when I'm in between a series, I like to read those.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah.
I didn't read them all the way through.
The palette cleanser.
I guess you would say.
Yeah, that's kind of like a cozy fantasy, like little cozy spell shop and stuff like that. Like that's what I'll read in between my big dark or
Mostly everything I read is
romantasy kind of stuff, short
Mostly
books.
everything I read is very dark. I don't have any
Just
sunshine
live in
and
darkness.
roses kind of thing. Now for me, now we're going to go into our next section. Now this is the ripple effect. Okay, now those are the things that we absolutely love and the books that, that changed it for us. We know what we know, but now the book that did not live up for me, did not live up to the hype of it, it was Zodiac Academy for me. Now I know there is a ton of people out there that absolutely love it. I am glad you do. I am not going to yuck your yum, but for me, I didn't like it. I didn't like the writing.
Yeah.
I didn't like the style of it. I DNF'd it. I only made it 8 chapters in. And when I got to, I believe it was on the 8th chapter is when they went to the fire professor because it's an academia kind of thing.
Okay. I haven't read
The
it, so
professor was Professor Pyro. It was too on the nose. And I don't like that. And it was just too much. And it was just nothing of it made sense to me when I was reading it.
yeah.
Like, again, I like beautiful world building, that it makes sense.
Hmm.
This one, it was twin sisters, okay? Their parents had died. I don't remember if they were in a fire. Something happened. They died. They were in foster care. They had turned 18. The guy that was their foster care father threw them out. The one stealing motorcycles, the other one's breaking into that house to they had left their money there or something. And I'm thinking back to myself at 18 and stuff. I don't think I'd be breaking into houses and stealing motorcycles.
Why not?
And it just seemed odd. And then they had their own place. And then I guess for me, wasn't relatable in my mind. Like
Yeah.
any of this stuff's relatable
Yeah.
to me, but it just didn't make
And
sense.
sometimes those younger stories aren't relatable anymore.
Well, then all of a sudden this guy appears and he shows up and he makes the one sister go to their apartment where they're at. And he immediately starts telling them, well, you guys are the Las Vegas twins and you need to come with me and you have to go to this school if you want to get your inheritance. It doesn't make sense.
And that's the first book
That's the first
or
beginning
just
of
the
the
part?
book. That's the beginning of it.
Okay.
Like the first chapter.
Interesting.
And then it goes, and then they decide to go with him, and then it's very romance.
Okay, I heard that from, I think maybe it was you who said that, and I don't really like that's another trope that's not my
Yeah, I
favorite is
don't
the
like it
bullying.
either. And
Yeah.
like the one sister, like they're all mean to them, and like some of them that are the other people, because they leave Earth and they go to this other place. I don't know because again, I didn't read it all the way through, and I don't know. It's like they're in it's like another dimension or it's another world. I don't know where they had to go. And they like some of them are like vampires and they would suck their energy off them whenever they wanted. Like the teacher did it. It's just really weird.
Scandalous.
And like they made the one and it has like some like real cheesy stuff in it. Like it's not Facebook, but it was like their version of Facebook.
Okay.
And it was dumb. To me, it was dumb. But
Okay.
again,
I have not
for
started
me, it
it.
was dumb. You might get it and you might love it.
Yeah, I'm always open to books. Like if someone doesn't like one, I'm not going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I will not read that then."
I didn't like
I
the
will give
tandem
it a
writing
try,
either.
but
The two sisters, they each write one of the sisters,
different point of view.
and it's two
Okay.
sisters that are actually writing the books. And I just don't like how they write
Okay.
either. To me, it felt
This
very
sounds really interesting now.
but now when I read it, now these ones here, I read them, they feel like they're very properly written. It felt very poorly written to me.
Yeah, just kind of writing to write, get a story
I
out.
know they've done other series and stuff like that, but once I got a taste of that, I can't read anything that they write because
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
And there's so many books out there now. Like, why not read what you enjoy? Why are you just reading it because it's a popular book?
Well, what book for you didn't live up to its hype?
Well, I have a few.
Okay.
But, talking about the academia kind of stuff and the bullying, Of Wings of Blood, I think is what it's called. On Wings of Blood by
Yes.
Briar Bolland. People love that book and they love the series. I did a tandem like listen and read with Kindle Unlimited. And I could not get into it. It was kind of one of those like I wanted to DNF it, but I was just enough intrigued to see how this ended. So I kept on
Now,
reading it.
did you
But
read
I was like,
her series that's the prequel to it? There's a
I
series.
didn't know there was. Should I have?
There's a series, from what I understand, there's a series. I can't remember what it is. I'd have to look it up. But there's a series that she wrote that's in that world that actually is before it. And then there's this.
Maybe that's where the girl comes from then.
That might be. I haven't read it. They're both on my TBR list. I
Yeah.
can't tell you what it's called though. But
Okay.
I know there's a series that
I'll
you
look it
should
up.
read ahead of time.
And I'll give it another try then. Because, like I said, like it was just interesting enough to be like, okay, where is this going to go? But I kind of already knew
Well, what for you, was it the story
how it was going
or
to
was it how it
happen.
was written?
It was the story.
Okay.
It just didn't,
So
that
maybe
and
it'll
the
make sense now.
characters.
If you read that prior
Yeah.
thing, maybe it'll make sense to you.
Yeah. I just thought it was also really weird how she was all of a sudden in this school where she has no business being in, and they're like, yeah, but you have to be here.
Okay. Maybe
And
the
I was
prior
like,
book,
okay, this isn't making sense. Yeah.
maybe it'll make sense.
And then the guy that, the main male character was just like very like vague and not, I
Yeah.
don't know. It wasn't a good enemies to lovers. It wasn't very true.
See,
I don't
I
know. He
have
was
it.
just very like full of himself more so than it was like enemies. It was just like he was a princey prick and she was like this warrior woman, and it just didn't go together well. And then there's a lot of bullying because like all the upper people were like, you don't belong here. We're not going to be friends with you, and we're going to torture you and do all these mean things to you because you should leave, but you can't leave. So like,
See, that's the kind of
what did she
vibes
do?
I would get with Zodiac Academy, because they
Yeah,
shouldn't have been
that's why I
there.
brought that one up, because I think that one, everyone likes it, but I just like could not, it was very polarizing to me. I could not make
Yeah.
it make sense for
Now
me.
well, when I do get to it, because it is on my TBR list, but I'm gonna read the first series first, and then go
Okay.
into that one. But you'll have to look I'll have to look, and I'll send it to you when we're done here after, but I'll find what it is. And then you can add it to your TBR list.
Yeah.
Because maybe it'll make sense if you
I'll give
read
it a
it.
try.
Maybe,
Yeah.
because maybe it'll make it make sense. I don't know.
Right?
That's just like, I'm assuming, because I haven't read The Ashes of Thesmar yet. I have the first book sitting on my shelf. I just haven't read it. But I know if you didn't read Legends of Thesmar, it won't make sense.
Yeah.
Because it's following the sister.
Yeah.
But I do have it. It's just sitting there waiting
It's
on
very
me.
good.
I have to get there.
But she's finishing the whole series this year. So I think
Yeah, because I'll buy the other two books and they'll sit on my
November,
shelf until I'm
December.
ready. Because
Yeah.
I like to get these while they're
And
still.
you're going to want to, after the first cliffhanger of book one, you're going to be like, get me back.
You've already read that one.
I did.
I have it
Yeah.
sitting there. I'm looking at my bookcase beside me. It's sitting there. Because I like to keep my authors together.
Just in his glowiness. You're like,
It's pretty. I love all the covers. I seen the other two, they stick in the jewel tones. One is blue and one is green. I love her covers and stuff on her books. That's something else. A book has to be pretty. If it looks ugly,
yeah.
I think it means the book is ugly inside.
Yeah. It has to be whimsical, fun, grab my attention.
But now that leads me into here, let me get it. Now the new book of it's not the new book, but she went from independent to trad to traditional, and I am not a fan of the cover of the new prints, but this, I think, had the most beautiful cover. And I do not know why they didn't keep it. This is all for you that don't see us. It's Quicksilver by Callie Hart. The original, her indie cover, it has Kingfisher on the front of it. I think that's one of the prettiest books.
Yeah. And it's weird because like he doesn't look like that in my mind when I read that book. Like that looks like a kid.
Well, yeah,
almost.
I guess. He's what?
I mean, he's broody and like
he's 1,000.
Very handsome looking.
What was it? 1,037 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
He's quite old.
To me, he's like very like tall and dark.
I pictured him more kind of how in a way I picture Cassian from ACOTAR. That's how I put him. Very dark, very broody, big, big muscular man.
Yes.
That could just pick me up like I'm away.
Like as big as the Rock.
Yes, like a big, real big
hair.
Man. Yes. Yeah, I can.
Like
yes, I'll go with that. Yes. But yeah, I don't know. I do agree with you. He does look younger on the cover, though. I hadn't really thought about it, but he does look younger than what my mind
he does
put him as. but I don't like the cover. I don't like the new one.
No, it's very vague. I mean, it has like pretty writing, but that's it. I like the artwork.
I do
I do.
too, and she actually did that. Kelly Hart, she did that, which is kind of neat. And she was making it
Yeah.
in that, and I'm like, now another book that I think is very that I love the covers and I just think are pretty, but maybe it's because it's like my soul, the thing that I love, and that I love Phantasma. I love the cover.
Oh, yeah.
And then you take
Yeah.
Enchantra.
Even more.
They're beautiful.
Very.
They're absolutely beautiful covers. And
Yes.
by seeing those, I knew they were going to be wonderful. I read, now
Hmm.
that's the other, those are 6-star series for me too. I read the first one back in, it was like February, March, I read it.
Yeah.
And because I got it for Valentine's Day, but I think I was reading Anathema in amongst all that. But
Hmm.
I read it and I absolutely loved that story. Absolutely loved it. Now, if you read,
Yeah.
now there's going to be 2 more books. Now, it's like a series, but it's not a series, if that makes sense. They're all, quote, she said, standalones,
Different.
but they all
Okay.
have ribbons between them, if that makes sense. So you have to read
Gotcha.
Phantasma to read Enchantra, because things that
Right.
happen in Enchantra, they mention things from Phantasma.
Yeah. And it's after
And it's after
Phantasma.
Phantasma, correct.
Yeah.
So I am super excited for whenever she releases book 3. I have my theories of who it's going to
Be
be.
about.
I think it's going to be 7. It's going to be him or the broody brother, I think. The one that's real broody.
I can see that.
Is it Grave?
Yeah.
I haven't read it for a little bit. I think that was his name. It's Graves.
Yeah. Wait. I don't know.
There's him. And then there's because I
I
think,
have like pictures in my head of these
oh,
people.
yes.
I don't remember names.
Because, well, the guy because the guy that's in the main male character in Enchantra is Rowan, and he is one of their 7 kids. Oh, their last name's Silver, because I think his name was Seven.
That's his brother.
Yes, they're all brothers and they have one
Yeah.
sister. But I do believe
That's
it's
right.
going to
That's
be,
right.
I think it might be that brother with, and it might be an academia kind of thing, because remember, there's something with that. Or it's going to be with the brother. I think his name was Grave. For some reason, I'm thinking that was his name. But he's the one that's really crabby through the whole Enchantra. I think he might be the main male character in the next one. I don't know. But
Okay.
whatever she writes, I love it.
Yeah. Those are great books.
I think they're absolutely amazing. Let's see here. Now when I quit with Zodiac Academy, did I go on a DNF spree afterwards? Well, I guess you would classify that I have ruled out anything that they write, the Twisted Sisters. That would be
Okay.
my spree. But everybody else I've read, I have not had an issue. But again, I cultivate with what I read. I don't take
So
chances.
you will like never pick up a book again, like not even
From them
try
again,
something
probably
that
not.
sounds.
I didn't
Yeah.
like it. And unless they all of a sudden start writing completely different. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's how an author does. An author has a very specific way of writing.
Right.
Because when I read Laura Thalassa,
Yeah. And if
I
it's
can tell
not,
it's a Laura Thalassa book. When I
yeah.
read Carrie Lake, I can tell that's a Carrie Lake book. So I just don't
Mhm.
think they're just going to change completely. So,
No,
yeah. So
probably not. But and if you don't like it, you don't like it.
there's so many books out there. That's
There
why
are.
I don't
And
yuck anybody's
different
yum.
people
Just,
have different voices in what you relate to.
well, how about you? Did you?
Okay, so I know this is almost controversial because people love Jennifer L. Armentrout, and she's big in the community, right? Like
Yeah.
she has a Polycon and all these series,
Yes.
but her big ones, right? Like Blood of
I
Ash
think it's Blood and
and
Ash.
then Flesh and Fire, like they kind of intermix there. So I did Blood and Ash first. And I was like, wow, this is really good. Okay, I really like these characters. This is like really intense, very cool. Second book, I was like, kind of fell a little more flat. I was like, it's not bad. And then the third one, I was like, what is this shit? Like, and it just felt repetitive. And the romance was weird. And it almost like the voice, how we're talking about like author voices when you when you read something, it just started to not sound like her. It sounded like ghostwriter, like somebody else was just kind of typing some stuff out.
Interesting.
That's
See,
what it sounded like to me when I was reading it.
I haven't read it. I think I had it on my TBR and then it just, everything I've seen and stuff, it's very, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't kind of
Hmm.
thing. And
Yeah.
I think I moved it way down on the list, that series, or I removed it
Yeah.
off my
I took them
Goodreads
off.
list.
I tried to finish it and I found myself just kind of like, why am I reading this? I need to DNF this, but everyone loves it. So what's so good about it? I need to know. And I tried. And then people were like, oh, the Flesh and Fire series, which comes before that series, they're like, it's much better. So I read that one. I was like, yeah, this is good. But then again, like the second book just it drags out.
Mm.
And her series could be like a duology. It doesn't need to be 6, 7 books. There's
Okay, I
not
see what
that
you're
much
saying.
information. Like it's all like repetitive, like monologues of her thinking and the woe me. And it just gets so annoying when they're constantly like, oh, my life is this way and I can't move on and forward. Then all of a sudden they get this like, all right, we're gonna get together with this person and do this. And then it falls flat and someone dies, but then comes back to life. And
See
yeah,
that
it's like
that doesn't
over again.
see, like I said,
I need more.
I've seen people say they absolutely love it, and then I've seen people they're just not a fan. So that's
Yeah.
why like I said, when I cultivate my books, I look at
Yeah.
what people overall are saying, not just all the fans of it or the haters, I guess
Mm-hmm.
you would say.
Yeah.
I look at it as an
Read
overall
all the
picture.
reviews.
And then that's how I
Yeah.
pick and choose what I.
Yeah. But, talking about standards of books too, it's kind of like when you go from Metal Slinger that has all this intricate detail and like hidden things that pop out and surprise you. And there's plot, there's romance, there's like true emotion.
Yes.
And you believe this is happening and this person's thinking this and then they change. And I mean, none of that. I'm sorry, I did not see that in Jennifer's writing. It was not like that.
I
So
think,
I was like, no,
again, we're not yucking anybody's yum.
no,
No, it's just not. Those are just not
not for
our,
me.
that's
I
not our
need
thing.
more.
Now, am I still chasing that high that I got from other books? Now, like I said, I've been carefully curating, what I pick. It's
Yeah.
not it's not quantity. I go with quality with my books.
Yeah.
Some people like to read, and like some people I've seen, they're up to like over 100 and some books already. For me, I can't imagine in my mind that all 100 books are knock it out of the park kind of thing. And
Right.
it's
Yeah.
just, it's either, I understand some people read extremely fast. Believe me, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Or have time.
or they have time. But I just can't imagine that there's that many knock them out of the park moments in that 100. Maybe even half of them, but I mean, that's a lot of books. That's me. Now, how about you? Are you still chasing the high on anything?
Yeah. Just recently I was on Bookstagram and I was just kind of going through and I was like, gosh, I have so many arcs to read that I just like don't want to read right now because I don't know much about them. And like indie authors, I love them. I will always give their books a try, but I need something to kind of get me out of my slump. Like I'm definitely in a slump right now where I'm like, I don't feel like reading. I don't feel like getting into a book or a series right now, like unless it's going to
You
be
should get Anathema.
wild. I have read that
Oh, you
one,
read
but I
read
need to
that
read
one.
the second one.
Well, then you should get
Yeah,
Eldridge.
I know.
Are you
I
gonna
have it on my Kindle Unlimited list, so it's on my Kindle. But like I said, I wanted to listen to it because the guy's voice is so good.
see? I never like again. I don't ever do
You
audiobooks.
should do audio. Then you'd really like have a picture of like some of these men in your head.
What did someone? I was reading on Instagram or something like that, and they said never look up the men that do the
Oh
voices because
yeah.
it might disappoint you.
Oh no, I've done that before. I'm like, that's what this guy looks like.
I guess it's just like in the corn world. We're gonna just say the corn world.
Okay.
Most of them are not the standard that I would pick. I don't know. And this is coming from me. I mean, I'm not their standard that they would be picking, but I'm just saying some of they're always really hairy and not what I would be looking for. I don't know. But they're not hired for everything else. It's just the one region.
Yep.
And it has to be, as you know. So I think maybe that's the thing. So in the book world, in the audiobook world, it's their voice, not the package that goes with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You don't.
in the corn world,
Making your own pictures in your head.
In the corn world, it is the package, not everything else around. Oh no, that's terrible. But let's see here. Close but no cigar list. But really, truly, honestly, for me, everything I've read, I'm on a streak. So I'm doing good. I haven't had anything that's burned me out or anything like that. But you were saying,
That's good.
you said yours was just the Wings of Blood by Briar Bowl in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't connect with that one. It didn't have a wowing
Well, like I said,
ideas.
I am going to, that's on my TBR, but like I said, but try the prior series and see if maybe that changes your mind. Maybe it'll answer the questions maybe that you're looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it will, because again, I haven't read them, so I don't know, but I did see that there's that series prior.
Ooh,
But now we're
that'd be
going
fun.
to move into our book boyfriends that will never be the same. Now, you have to give me dark. You have to give me dangerous, broody. If he is not morally gray and tragic, I don't want him. Again, no
Yeah.
cinnamon rolls for me.
Yeah, I have to have the witty banter. If this guy cannot make me laugh and giggle and like curl my toes because like the things he comes up with
Yes.
to say to like flirt and like get under your skin, kind of like fun banter like that. That is for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
swoon worthy.
Now, this one, it wasn't so much like his banter. Well, I guess kind of his banter and stuff. Like if you have read the Legends of Thasmar and stuff, Wilder Hawthorne, I enjoyed him. I enjoyed how he was with her because she was so super serious and everything, and he was so broody. It just, I don't know, it
Yes,
worked for me.
yes,
It worked
it
for me.
does.
That's
Yeah.
that one for me.
They kind of like chip each other away.
Oh, because she was so serious, even though because
Yeah.
she was determined.
She had a timeline. She was like, I'm going to get this done and I'm going to be this person. And he's like, doesn't work that way.
That's a good series. Anybody who hasn't, that is
Yeah.
a completed series. But I do highly
Yeah.
recommend you read book 1 and 2, and then you read Slaying the Shadow Prince.
Yes.
Then read books 3 and 4, because
Yeah.
otherwise, it's
a little spoilery.
well, you get to know the people that you're going to meet in book 3 and 4. You'll have a backstory to
Yeah.
them. And
Yeah.
for me, I love that because it's good. What is something that I refuse to settle for? Again, he can't be all sunshine and cookies unless he's hiding something sinister underneath. So again, I told you I'm in my villain era.
What are his secrets?
They have to. I mean, it can't
Yeah,
be.
you have to have secrets. Dark secrets
I can't
that
have the
make you.
sunshine. I can't. That's
Yeah.
just like here. I'll show you this one. Wait, let me get to it. I have to move my books. I have a giant stack happening
Sunshine
here.
reminds me of like comedy, like rom-coms, you know? Like,
Well, I just
can't have that
let's see here.
fantasy.
Now, for me,
Unless they're a side character, I guess.
now for me,
Then you could be funny.
now the main male character in this series. Now he is dark. He is a villain, but he even has. There's even more layers to him. I guess it's layers of
Okay.
villainous to me. Does that make sense? I like the layers
Yeah.
of villainous, and sometimes we see them as a villain, but what they're doing, it's for a bigger picture. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have you read this one? This is
No, but I have that.
this is the
I
reign.
just bought it.
This is the reign of shadows and endings. You follow several people in this book. There's Tessa. There's Theon, who is the main male character. There's Luca, which is another male character, and there's Axel. Axel and Theon are brothers, and Luca is somebody that was raised with them that he might as well be their brother as well.
Yeah.
But there's very many. They're all very broody. They're all very dark, but there's all a whole lot of layers. That book is almost kind of like there's a
I've heard.
love triangle kind of thing happening involved in it.
Yeah.
And it's like
I
why
like those
choose
too.
kind of thing, and it's so dirty and it's so good.
Nice.
But now I have heard though that you can now she does write. Melissa writes 2 series. There's this one. This is the Legacy series, and then there is the Lady of Darkness.
I've read that one.
I have not read Lady of Darkness yet. I do have book 1 sitting on my shelf.
Yeah. It's very similar to ACOTAR. At least the first couple books are. But it is dark and you have your emotional kind of stuff going on and a little bit of pining. Yeah.
I
it's
loved
good.
it. I read those the first 3 because book 4 of the Legacy series comes out in November, and then that'll be a completed
Yes.
series. But no, you should read it. You should start. Maybe that will be what will get you out of your slump.
You know, I actually saw it today and I was like, I should just start reading this book. and then talk about it with Rebecca.
It's good. It's good. It again, it's very dark and there's some real crazy stuff that happens in it because I went
And now I
into
want to
it
read it.
blind. Oh, it's good. It's good. And the way the book 3 ends, and it's a big question in the air for me, and I cannot wait until book 4 comes out in November. I have that pre-ordered. I have it pre-ordered and I have Brimstone pre-ordered, which is the second book
Yeah.
in after Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. Yeah.
I
I
have
have that too.
because that one left me with a cliffhanger. Now
I love a good cliffhanger though.
I seen the end of it as a cinematic in my mind. I don't know, like when you're reading. Now, let me ask you this: when you're reading, do you see like a movie happening inside your mind when you're reading?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the end of Quicksilver, because I don't want to give anything away. There's a moment at the end where they look out the window and there's all these, we're just going to say people. I'm just going to say it. And they're all kneeling down and all
Mm-hmm.
that. I see it as a cinematic, like at the end of a movie where you'll
Yeah.
see like the camera zoom out and it pans out and goes across to
Yeah.
all of them. And like that's
And
when
you
the
see her
big
standing
music
at the window, but like from far
and then
away, and
the
then
big
like over the
music happens
crowd. Yeah.
and it's like the cliffhanger and and then you're at the end of at the movie theater, when a movie ends like that and then you're like and then the
Mm-hmm.
credits start rolling.
I can see that.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I can't wait for it. I love that one.
Yes.
I love Kingfisher. He has such a dirty mouth.
I listened to it on audiobook as well. And Anthony Pinelli, again, names I can't remember,
Yeah, we're
but
not good
he's
at
a
that.
big name. He does
I think he does
Resand.
Reset and I think he does Slade as well.
Yes. Yeah. He's a good name.
Oh yes,
So
he does a very
it
good
was a good
voice.
one. If you want to get into audio.
But the things that Kingfisher says. I mean, he's so dirty. He's just so dirty.
Yeah.
But yet he has the moments there when he says that when he talks to Cassian and he says, "Don't you call her sunshine," or whatever he told her. And he's like, "She's the fog that rolls out on the battlefield," or whatever, how it is. And he says that whole
Yeah.
thing. Oh my God, Kingfisher. He could come and say those things to me anytime.
He's very
I
poetic
always say that I'm
in a
married
dark
to
way.
my own Slade Ravenger. I'm not going to say who
Yeah.
he is and what book he goes to, because in case someone hasn't read the series that he's in, so you don't know anything. But I am definitely married to Slade Ravenger.
Ooh. Lucky you.
I know.
Good pick.
Oh, my Slade Ravenger that I have now will be married 14 years on Tuesday. Whatever.
Find your book boyfriend in real life.
Oh, yeah. I 100% I recommend that.
Yeah.
Now, what are some scenes and lines that just ruined you? Again, for me, stuff that Slade Ravenger and Kingfisher said. If he doesn't talk dirty with trauma behind his eyes, it's a hard pass for me.
Yeah. I like when they start telling you about I don't know, like, how like Zayden, well, you haven't
I
read Fourth
haven't
Wing.
read Fourth Wing yet.
So so he just acts so grumpy and grouchy, and he's not mean, like bully like
Hmm.
to Violet, but like mean in like a teasing way, which
Yeah.
is fun and like gets you going because you're like, come on, Violet, stick up for yourself. And he likes it.
Doesn't he say something about, is it in that book where he says his chair, his woman, or is that a different book?
Yeah, like his throne, his house, his women. Yeah.
I knew there was something with
Well, not
that.
women. And yeah, so that is a scene where you're like, heck yeah, man. Like, why don't more men like
Now, let me ask you
ravage their women
this.
this way? But
Now, but this has been fun. I've enjoyed this. Let me ask you,
yeah,
because this is your first time doing this here with me. Have you enjoyed it? Do you
yeah.
think you would like to do this more often with us and rotate? And
Yes, I love talking about books and banter and the book boyfriends, and it's fun to have people like us to talk about these
well,
things.
it is fun. It's fun to find community and to be able to find
Yeah.
people to talk about books. Because my husband has no interest.
No,
Zero.
he doesn't.
I've tried. Do you ever try to tell your husband about your books? And does he have an interest at all in them?
No, but the only books that he'll talk to me about are the thrillers. So we will talk about thriller books. And there is this book series with his name is Stripe, but what is the series called? It's like he's a private detective. So we both read that one and it's a series. It's very good.
See, now
Sorry,
my
I don't know the
husband,
names.
I try to tell him about it because I tell him anyways, even though he doesn't want to hear it. I still tell him. But then it's kind of my books and what I read is kind of like him and his video game.
Okay.
But so my books are to my husband's games. So he doesn't pay attention.
Yeah.
But I did ask him, I told him, I said, I told him someday he should get a set of bat wings. But
He'd probably do it.
oh, he probably would do it for me.
I think he would do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it.
My husband would be like, no, that sounds weird.
Oh my God, it's so funny. I don't know. But like I said, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this today. It's
Yes.
always fun to talk about books and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope like all of you, you can follow us on Instagram, on TikTok. What else do we got going on? Also,
YouTube,
we're on YouTube, so you
Spotify.
can actually watch us and see how crazy we are. Because, hearing someone's voice, you don't know. You can see us and how crazy we are. And
Make
also
your own picture.
and then we're also on Spotify and iHeartRadio. But next week, now, I don't know if it'll be you or if it'll be Chelsea, because Chelsea's doing the
This mini
ACOTAR
series you're
series.
doing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but we're going to be doing the one where our book boyfriends are actually walking red flags.
Ooh,
We're diving into fictional men we should run from, but absolutely won't. All my
no.
book boyfriends,
Gravitational pull.
I can tell you, all of them, they would be the kind that you should run away from in real life. But am I going to? Absolutely not.
Or if you do run away beautifully and trip and fall so he could catch you in his big muscular arms.
Now, this is one thing. Now, because most people have read ACOTAR. Most people know this. Feyre goes and she's trapped with Tamlin. Oh no, she's in a beautiful house. She's getting her hair done, any food she wants. She gets to paint all day. Nobody's bothering her. And then she complains about it. I would have been so much better as a captive than her. Been fine.
Like, please. No.
To sit
Although
here.
I'd almost be a little bit like Cassian with all the allergies.
Oh,
I'd
no.
probably not like spring court. That would be my complaint.
That would be your, Tamlin, I would be just go. I would,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm going to go to a walk to the autumn, I need a break.
But now I'm going to ask you this question because I did ask Chelsea this question since we are just talking a little here before we go about ACOTAR. Do you think Feyre could paint? Do you think she actually could paint?
Like actual paint.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like you think they were just like, oh, great job.
Well, there's
I do to my children.
There's a theory out there that Feyre really couldn't paint and she was just painting stick figures. And she really couldn't paint.
Like in the book, though, she describes what she's painting, and that could just, it's her point of view,
It's her
right?
point of view. Yes.
It could look like a scenery of flowers and things like that, but it could be Picasso. So we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Because that's always and it makes me laugh all the time in my mind because I thought about that. And then you think about as the books continue and she's at Rhys's cabin, the cabin his family has had for hundreds of years. And she was painting all over inside there.
Yeah.
Because what if she couldn't paint and she just...
Right. I did think the eyes were a little weird. I know people like that scene, but I don't know.
That's weird. Yeah, because she painted Amren's eyes and wasn't it Moore's eyes she painted?
Her friends, yeah. And then the boys came in, I think, and they were like, hey, where are we? Or something like that. And she ends up like painting more eyes. And I'm like,
it's weird. See, again,
that's a weird scene to me.
See, again, that's weird.
But the scene with all the paint on the table was pretty epic.
Oh, that was one of the best scenes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, God. If you have not read ACOTAR, which I'm assuming most people have. If you're listening to us,
Yeah.
you're in the same genre of books that we love and stuff, that you have read ACOTAR. But it is absolutely, if you want to dip your toe back into getting into romantasy, get back into reading, ACOTAR definitely fills the
It's a
bill.
gateway.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And then if you want to get into something darker, then I suggest The Plated Prisoner, because that one there, it's completed, it's amazing. It knocks it out of the
Mm-hmm.
park for me. I have so many I
Yes.
could recommend
Love
right
that.
now. I have such a
Me
big
too.
list. That kind of thing. But if this episode broke your brain in the best way, might have, because it probably broke ours a little bit. But again, follow us, subscribe, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Again, watch us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, tag us in your unhinged reads at 2girls1TBR. DM us
Yes.
your standard wrecking books. I want to know what wrecked you,
Yeah.
and then we can
Give
talk
me
about it.
more reasons to make standards.
Absolutely. So remember this, girls. Keep your books filthy and your TBR unhinged. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night.